The press is still dominated by liberals. Mm-hmm. He can do whatever he wants. He can pervert this office left and right. Okay? He can lie to you, 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 lie to you. Right? He can send guns to Mexico that come back and kill Border Patrol agents. Right. Okay? He can use the IRS to go use as an attack dog. Then when there's an investigation in it, all of his officials, one of them who's been to his office 105 times, can destroy hard drives, paper, pencils, whatever she wants to destroy in there, and that's okay. All right? We can have red lines in Iraq, in Syria, where you say, if you do this, you use chemical weapons, we're going to rock and roll. Oh, they use it, and then tens of thousands more children and women get killed. Right? Oh, he can pull out a force out of a country because he said, the memorandum of understanding wasn't really, done, so we got to get out there, and you just let these guys rock and roll and murder,
I had
rape.
My fingers crossed, right?
Okay.
When I signed that one.
Okay, what else can I do?
Let's do Benghazi, let's do VA scandal, let's do Iranian deal,
right.
ISIS the JV squad, yeah.
So he can do all of this.
If you like your plan, you can keep your plan. Right.
Okay.
Keep going.
Just lie to you.
Right.
Benghazi.
Right.
Here, give me a piece of paper.
He can block AP reporters from Fox News from speaking and
Joe has
reporting.
This amazing thing. It's the Barack failure bracket. It's just great. Barack-ettes. I love it. So we have rise of ISIS, failure to close Gitmo. Okay. Hashtag bring back our girls. Thank God you were there on that one. Right. Collapse of Iraq. You can have Benghazi. ISIS is the JV. Mm-hmm. The JV people who have all of our Humvees, weapons, and $15 million of cash.
They can't get out of their own way.
Okay, who's
flash in the pan.
Financing themselves by selling oil to the Turks, who we can't do anything about that. Israel's a bunch of crazy pieces of crap, according to this guy. Chaos in Afghanistan. Iraqi nuclear deal. If you like your plan, beautiful. Let's see. I remember he was going to put all the bills online for public comment. He was going to put the healthcare debate on C-SPAN. We've reduced the deficit by 2/3. I got it. I've been in 57 states. That's a great one. No executive action on amnesty. Of course, when he said, remember all these Honduran kids and people that were coming in, that they all have a court date, and I'm sure they're all going to show up. Right. But, of course, we just had the report that came up that over the last 10 years, we've had 500,000 people overstay their visa, and we don't know where the hell they are. Mm-hmm. Okay? Al-Qaeda's on the run. You didn't build that, Joe Higgins, you big fat cat haircutter garbage guy. I didn't raise taxes once. Obamacare will save you $2,500. There's no lobbyists working in the White House. IRS targets conservatives, spying on AP reporters. Fort Hood's workplace violence. Benghazi talking points. We go after James Rosen from Fox News because he asked tough questions. Sean McCluskey's still waiting 14 months to get his hand looked at the VA. I got people dying at the VA because we manipulated notebooks and all this stuff. And that's
they can't get fired.
Operation Fast and Furious, already mentioned. Sequester closures. We're just going to close down, the World War II Memorial and screw over the old honor flight guys who are like 98 years old, and if they don't make it in a month, most of them might be dead. We got, the Bo Bergdahl prisoner swap. That was a great one. That was the guy who abandoned his post, but now we trade back about, 7 awesome killers for a guy that really no one really wants over here.
Was that the one that turned into a girl?
He wants to, I think.
Is that the one?
Is that Richard Simmons?
One of
sorry, Richard. We got the solar thing, right?
There's
we got the wild spending at the GSA. We got NSA snooping. We got cash for clunkers. We got $8 trillion in new debt, whatever the new number is.
10.
I don't know. Thank you, Joseph. The part-time job market, healthcare.gov, record food.
Forgot about that website. Right.
Record food stamp use, record low
40 million
workforce
people
participation,
on food stamps. Right.
Increased income inequality. Black people are worse off economically than ever been under the first black president of the United States.
Hashtag.
A $1 trillion stimulus bill what did we get? A stupid streetcar that goes 4 miles. Okay, if someone paying for this in Iowa, I'd be totally pissed off. Stagnant wage growth, skyrocketing healthcare costs, falling household incomes, discretionary incomes in the toilet, unaccompanied children at the border. We probably got more of them coming. Unconstitutional Obamacare changes, dismal GDP, record Medicaid expansion, greater racial tension, record decline in home ownership. We talked about the Iran deal. Look at all of this stuff. And I have a press that's either too wussy or they're in on it. You want to talk about in on it? They're in on it. They don't care. Jorge Ramos, Univision, he's a Democrat, he's a liberal. Even he said the people in power are marrying the people in the press. He goes, I don't know how many weddings I go of this reporter who married this jerk who works at the White House. So there you go. You want your fourth estate and all this stuff, and you're all upset about Washington Post? They let all of this go under there. The Washington Post is a poster child of there's 64 on this.
All these things sound kind of like communism, socialism. I thought we've proven in history this doesn't work. Look at Venezuela, not nor the same time zone down south of us. They're rioting in the streets because they have toilet paper.
If George W. Bush did 10 of those,
right,
he'd be crucified 24 hours a day.
Yeah. Right. Katrina.
Katrina is crap compared to this. Right. Of all the people that have died on his watch, right. Katrina, while it's a horrible thing that happened, and people did die in Katrina, I'm not, but I'm talking about you have people. Look at what's going on in the Middle East right now under your watch. There are people just being slaughtered,
mass
raped.
Migration out of Syria.
I got 11-year-olds getting married to 50-year-olds. All this crazy stuff. This is okay under this guy because you have a press that has failed their entire thing. We know locally we're at ground zero of half of this stuff. I mean, again, Jim Ninsel teaches. You want to be scared? Jim Ninsel teaches journalism at the U of A. God dang. That's the worst thing ever. I mean, that's like the biggest, fattest person that you've ever known who has no control over eating, teaching a dieting class and doing burpees with people. So the funny thing is, now here you and I are. We do this show for 7 years. We have been banging on everybody who's not doing it. We don't care what's the letter behind their name. Oh, and we're the crazy teabaggers. Kiss my you-know-what. All right?
Oh, buddy.
We have banged on
Well, hey, the good news is there's not been a scandal in this White House presidency in the last 8 years. He's going to leave office without a scandal.
Isn't that amazing?
It's amazing how that works.
He's so good.
So when you say, oh, here's Trump going, he's going after Trump. Well, no crap. He is the most narcissistic, self-centered jackwagon to ever sit in the White House.